I know I'm not alone.
What is up, you guys? So I just got to the gym. It's leg day and I am really excited because I'm going to take you through my routine on how I warm up. I'm going to take you through how I stretch, how I get my glutes activated, and then I'm going to do a voiceover for this workout, and I'm going to go ahead and explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. It's going to be a mixture of like a powerlifting workout and then some bodybuilding and accessory work, and I'm really excited to show you guys it. And yeah, so I will catch you guys later. Okay, you guys, so typically what I do is I start by foam rolling. I really focus on rolling out my hammies and my quads. Foam rolling is really beneficial because what it does is it helps with getting the blood flow going in those muscles that you are focusing on rolling out. And as I am quad dominant, I really focus on getting those quads nice and loose because they typically are really tight. So just focusing on getting that blood flow going and making sure that my mobility is there when I'm doing my lifts. Focusing on my hammies a lot really helps with getting those activated. I actually have really weak hammies, and so I try and really focus on those throughout my workouts, as you guys will see later on. So after I'm done with my hammies, I typically go on to my glutes because obviously we want those activated during leg day. I then go on to rolling out my back because during deadlifts and squats my back tends to get really tight, and there goes my hair. So I just roll it out, crack it, get it nice and loose, and then I go on to just normal stretches. I like to focus on my hammies, like I said, and just making sure my legs feel good and feel warmed up and nice and stretched out. So here's another view. I typically just go down to the front, to the side, and then to the other side. I just kind of do whatever feels natural. I also do this stretch. Shout out to Cheer for showing me this. It really focuses on the hammies. And then just a front fold. I heard you're not supposed to hold stretches for too long. Oh, and there I go, good. Anyways, I heard you're not supposed to hold stretches for too long, so I don't hold them for that long. With flamingos, what helps with standing up straight is just kind of looking at something that's not going to move. But obviously I was looking at myself, so that didn't help. This actually is one of my favorite stretches. It really stretches out the quads and my glutes. And like I said, I am quad dominant, so my quads are typically really tight. And it's also fun to do. So I start by that, and there I go again. Anyways, I start by having just my foot folded right in front of me and then grabbing the foot that's out back. And then I lay down just to kind of extend the stretch. So after I'm done with these stretches, I typically will go out and stretch my hip flexors. I like doing this one, and then I also like doing just a normal butterfly because butterfly was my favorite in kindergarten, still is to this day. And then after I'm done with my stretches, I typically will go on to do just little movements. I like doing side-to-side little lateral walks with a resistance band. I really feel it in my glutes because it starts getting them activated and ready to start doing the actual workouts. I also like doing donkey kicks. Who doesn't love doing donkey kicks? I see a lot of people doing these as main workouts, which I like, but I typically like doing them just to get the glutes activated before my workouts. Making sure that my glutes are activated before the workout makes it so that during my lifts, I really get that activation and that pump. So next I'm doing the fire hydrants, which these are really awkward to film because I just noticed how unflexible my hips are. I thought I was going higher, but I'm really not, but I really do feel the stretch in the side of my glute. I then went on to doing some lunges, just kind of get the last little bit of warming up throughout my entire leg. I then go into just some body squats to just make sure the form feels okay and that nothing else feels tight. Okay, so that's it for stretching, you guys. As you can see, I am starting by doing deadlifts. I started by warming up with just 135 and then going straight to doing 225 for 4 sets of 4. I do sumo stance as it helps. It focuses more on the glutes and the hammies where conventional is back as well. So this is my setup. I typically just do one leg then the other. I've been trying to really focus on exploding at the top and also getting my butt down a little more and using my legs to pull rather than my arms. So I just did that for a few sets. Using hex plates, I typically have to restart a lot after like 1 or 2 reps. So it's really annoying. I can't wait until I don't go to this gym anymore or they upgrade their weights. So yeah, just making sure that I'm squeezing at the top and really focusing on pushing my hips and driving them forward. I then went into squats again. I warmed up with 135 and then went and did 205 for 3 sets of 3. I wasn't going to focus on squats this workout, so I wasn't doing too much and just wanted to do high weight, low reps. I do squat low bar. As you can see, I did set up the bar a little lower than where high bar is. It's usually right above where your delts are. So when you squat down, you typically lean forward a little more. And so I did do just a 3x3. I just got this Inzer belt and it bruises me so much, but I am not lying when I say that it helps so much. A belt makes all the difference. And then knee sleeves. If you do powerlifting, typically knee sleeves just help compress everything, and I really like them. Okay, so then I went on to leg press, and I'm just showing my setup. I did a wider stance with my feet turned out, and then I did 4 sets of, I believe 12. To be honest, I don't remember, but this really focuses on the glutes. You'll really feel it. I use a resistance bands just to add the extra tension. If you don't have it, what you can do is just really hold your glutes to make sure that those are being activated. Okay, and next I did hip thrusts. I like doing the hip thrusts on the hammy curl because what it does is it honestly takes the pressure of the barbell off, and then I just select what weight I want to do. So I think I'm doing it at 185 here. And as you can see, I really was focusing on squeezing at the top and then just lowering. So I actually saw this on Instagram, and ever since I started doing hip thrusts like this, using a barbell just doesn't feel the same. Okay, and then the booty blasters. So these things are so awkward to film, but basically what it is I stand up and then I just squat down and I push as far out as I can at a high weight, and it really focuses on the glutes and gives you that nice pump. So I supersetted these with some Romanian deadlifts with dumbbells. I put my toes up on a plate because it allows me to stretch a little more and feel it more in my hammies. You technically could also step on the plate or step on a little bench and allow yourself to stretch down some more. I just chose to do it this way. So what I do is I make sure that I start bending at the hip first and then really making sure that my hammies are getting stretched out and then bursting back up and squeezing at the top. You could do this movement with a barbell, but I like using dumbbells because it just allows me to drive my hips a little more forward. So next, I put on a resistance band and did some lateral walks. What I do here is basically I squat down and walk side to side. I either go 10 one way and 10 the other way, or 5 and 5. It just kind of depends. My glutes were already really worked at this point, so I probably could have squatted down a little further, but honestly I was focusing more on the tension in them. And then I burned out with some walking lunges. I like burning out with walking lunges because it kind of just gets your heart going, and it's a good way to just get those glutes, quads, and hammies all activated to finish up. So that is it for this workout, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.